Hey friends, welcome back for episode 3 of our Minecraft Forever world. And right away, I'm just going to catch you guys up on what happened because obviously at the end of last episode, I was like, all right, we're going to clear off a little space to make a stable for our boy Rufus. And then we're also going to clear off an area to make a nice little farm for some of the crops that we got from the villages from episode 1. And that was the intention. That's still the plan. That's what we're going to do today. I did all those things, but I got a little carried away and decided that, hey, okay, we've obviously got our carrots, we've got our wheat, we've got our potatoes. In most cases, I'm usually just making some little like decorative farm area that has no functionality, but I thought, let's be different. Let's be different. Let's do some different things in this Minecraft world. Let's have some fun. So I decided that we were going to do basically 7x7 this way, and this way of each of these 3 crops. So I'm going to clear all this stuff out and then, build the outline for it, and then we'll build it together. But it took me not as long as you'd think to get all of these things. So we got 21 hoppers here, 21 dispensers, some extra string left over, some buckets. But this was a lot of iron, obviously, between these things. And also I had to get the string. I really lucked out. I found a mine shaft pretty much directly below this entire area. And I'm going to show you guys because I know people are gonna be like, dude, what the fuck? How did you get all this stuff? It took you no time at all. And it honestly really didn't. It took me like 2 hours off cam. And the whole goal was basically I went down here in this area to go grab some like iron, some coal. You guys can see where I've kind of like dug out different areas. But over here, there's this little waterfall and it takes you all the way down in this cave, ready? And it's not honestly too far down, but this little hole in the ground, for all the time it took searching for a cave last video to find one, if you just come down here, there's a whole nother crevice. You can see at the bottom of this little water area. Okay, maybe it was a little bit deeper than I thought. I only went down here like once or twice, but at the bottom of this area, right when you come out here, you can see there's a mine shaft. So I swear to God, like I'm not like, spawning things in or cheating in any way. It's just I came down here for minerals and resources in order to start some of this stuff. And I was like, dude, this is going to be such a grind farming spiders and whatnot. But we found a mine shaft, making the bows for all that and collecting all the strings super, super easy. So honestly, we can just have fun in this video. That's kind of what I want the theme of these videos to be. Is like maybe we just in each of these, except for when we have like a big cave adventure, we go exploring out in the world, to pretty much be we have the resources ready to go when we start the episode, rather than taking all the time we could be spending it on basically just doing the fun stuff like building. So you guys just have to trust me that throughout the series I won't use cheats. I don't even know if you can, I can't even activate that tab, but whatever that asterisk button is to pull up the commands in this, because I have no cheats on. But we just got super, super lucky that was right under the house, and it made finding all of the stuff and farming all the stuff needed for the semi-auto farm very, very easy. The last little bit of fill-in is that I went and got a couple of trees from over there, and while I was building that farm up there, I was simultaneously running down here and planting more trees to then chop down for wood, as well as some sugar cane too. I gotta have to clean this entire area up again and then replant them and then spread it out and maybe make this entire area just for the wood. But I know that was another lack of resource that we had for the first 2 episodes, was no real actual wood source besides the cherry blossoms, which I don't want to completely cut down and just waste right away, because I think they're pretty rare in this game, and it's nice to have this be a seed in an area that is rare. So also, I found melon seeds and beetroots in the mine shaft, so it was pretty good. We found a few more diamonds down there. There are slime spawns too, so like directly under the house, we're on a perfect like area for slime spawns. So this all around world is so goated. Like every single one of these mountains seems like there's a giant cave underneath, where we've built on a cherry blossom hill above a slime farm. So when we do like automatic stuff, that'll be super easy to farm and get. Glowberries as well. I think we're going to use some of the wood to build the stable, but we're first going to attack the farm just because that's what I spent the majority of time off cam doing. But it honestly wasn't like, again, it wasn't too much of a grind. Like I thought it was going to take me hours or a couple of days to set up the farm over here and get all that stuff ready to go. But just because we were directly above a place where we could get, obviously not infinite string, but enough to make the dispensers, it didn't make it too hard. And we've also got a couple of natural beehives over here too, so I'm assuming that'll really help our farms as we move forward. But yeah, right now what we're going to do is just collect all of this stuff and clear this area out again. And then I'll start making the farms. It's going to be 7 this way, 7 this way, for 3 rows of that with all of these different crops that we have here. And then we can obviously think about like planting the melon farms, the pumpkin seeds, the glowberries, and all that stuff for another episode. But just for the first one, I think getting the resources that we can use to keep us alive and have that be semi-auto is definitely going to be cool. And like I said, I'm the type of person to like make some like cool wooden structure for the farms, or like decorate it with the stuff that's local to the area. But I want to be different this time around. I want this world to be cool and something that I remember. So, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do a semi-auto farm over here after I, let's see, place these chests back down so that I can just store the stuff over here. So what we're going to do is completely fill in all of this here with the water. I might also need to extend the hill over just a tad bit because I don't think we're going to have enough space for everything we're trying to do here. It's definitely going to hang over the mountain too, so it's going to look really wonky when you're looking at it from down there, but eventually we'll like clean it up and fill everything in and make it nice and even. All right, so I think we're going to start over here because this will leave one room for the other stuff, for the rock that we're going to outline it with, but it should be 7 by 7. So let's go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, and then we're gonna till all of this up in here like this. Leave that there. We gotta hurry up and go grab a bucket and water before that starts respawning. Go 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 go. Oh god, should have maybe waited. Okay, so we're gonna dig down here, put the water down in there like this, and it's gonna be 1, so 7 by 7 area. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So this will be the cutoff point right here. And that should be enough to fill out this area. I'm also going to dig this up just for shits and giggles here and replace this stuff now so that I can see what I'm working with here. So that's 7. Then we're going to do another one where it's 1 2 3 4 5 6. This is really going to hang over the ledge now that I'm thinking about it, but here's another 7 here. And same deal. We want to fill this in so that it's like, we should probably just do all of them at this point. Not leave anything hanging off. I mean, this is really going to be more intrusive than I thought, but at the end of the day, it's really not that big of a deal. Okay, and then I want to box this off too. Yeah, this is going to look really, really weird from the side because it's going to be so square, so out of place, but we'll obviously line it with stone and then we'll make it look better. We'll build the hill up next to it a little bit more. Okay, so that's another 7. And then after this, we need to go up a block and do the whole thing again. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then same thing, we have to build this way. And it is becoming nighttime already, so we're going to have to hurry up and get back over there and sleep so I don't get this whole fucking area blown up by a creeper or some shit. This is actually really hanging off, and it's going to be a little sloppy with my OCD, but I think it'll be worth it in the long run. I like the way that these look, and I like the way that they're going to function too, because it's going to make my life a little bit easier. All right, so let's come back and we'll sleep. And then when we get back, it'll keep going. But that looks good for now. I can also probably dig up this area and get rid of that finally. I'm thinking about doing like a bridge in between here too. Would be cool. But I've got a lot of ideas for the world. Like the more that I ran around and explored a little bit and caved, the more excited for the world that I got, because I was just like, dude, there's so many fun things that we could build and so many bases we could make and areas we could fill with different things. And honestly, like having a river kind of split different mountains is so cool too. So like each mountain can be its own thing or theme, but obviously it's going to take a long time. And as I said, I'm not trying to spend 40 hours a week playing this game. It's supposed to just be like a little side thing, but got a little more carried away today getting all this stuff set up. Yeah, dude, this is going to be a long ass farm, but it'll be totally worth it. Okay, then we're going to put this here. Okay, here's our 7 by 7 by 7 by 7 by 7, everything here. We're going to go ahead and till all the land. All right. Till all this stuff again. Oh, all right, perfect. There we go. This is going to be a lot of crop land, but again, I really like the way this is going to look and function. It's just going to take a minute to get to that point. Okay, here we go. So right in the middle, this whole line needs to be the hoppers. They'll all be filled like this. And then we'll throw the chest down like this. And I can also, at the same time, get rid of these because I'm over having the designated line to where I shouldn't build. And we're going to build these one by one because I don't want to build one and then mess up the spacing and have to try and figure it all out again. But there we go with the hoppers. And now we're going to take the stone and build up and around on each way. So start here and come this way. This can actually remain uncovered for now since we're doing one on the side of this too. And the tutorial for this is actually that you're supposed to be doing one per level here. So essentially it's like this would be carrots, this would be, I don't know, beets, the other one up here would be like wheat. But since we obviously want to go big or go home, we don't want to do that today. We're going to make it 3 by 3 by 3 and have their each own individual farm so we can get a ton of food quickly. This is where things are going to get a little tricky to build because we are floating over a ledge back here. But what we want to do is place this here like this and then come across this way like this, and then we'll meet up there. And the bees go up here too, so that's nice. Good for farming. Will be nice to see how that works in the future. See if they really want to help me out here and pollinate my crops. Just like this. And we'll also need some fence down here too, so I do have a crafting table. And I brought some extra wood so we can build that too. Okay, well, we're gonna need more anyways, but here we go. So then this looks like this. Perfect. And now what we need to do is fill up some buckets here with water. So we need 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll go and put those in every single one of these up here. Like this. So throw that there. Throw that there. 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 Might need a few more buckets maybe, but okay, those all got that. I'm gonna go back to the house and grab some redstone so we can put it on this side. Might be it for number 1. We're also gonna need some more stone, I think, to finish the 3rd one, so that could be honestly not too bad. I've got enough coal to melt everything down. I can just go around and, like, you know, pick with the pickaxe for 3-4 minutes, get enough stone to melt down there. But we do need our redstone, and then we'll also need a repeater. This it's taking quite a minute. This might take a little bit longer than I thought. So before this gets to be totally nighttime, I'm going to go line up the redstone here on the right side, put the button down, and then we'll get everything ready to go from there. So the button's going to go on this corner here. We're going to lace the redstone all the way up like this. And then in the middle of this block, I'm assuming right there, there's going to be a repeater that then leads all the way up here and across the top over to this corner. And if I have any torches, those would also be cool to put on this side. I think from a practicality standpoint, like, this isn't going to be too bad, but we might have to build something like up above as like an archway to hold some light, because this isn't gonna, I don't think this is gonna cut it. You can't obviously do this. Well, it's not really lighting up that side too much. Okay, this is good for now, but yeah, I think we're gonna have to put like something in the middle of this that overlaps and overarches just for the lighting at night. So far, not too bad, and honestly, not a hard design either. It's not really taking too much time. We're 20 minutes in, but I think a lot of this is just me kind of planning out where I want everything. Let's go ahead and put that. Yeah, you can't put that there and the water won't go away. Perfect. That one there too. And this one here. And then we'll put the repeater going this way. And now let's do carrots for this one, since carrots are going to be, they're kind of my main source of food here. Okay, the bees reaching pretty far up there too, which is nice. Really like to see that. Yeah, this is going to give us damn near a full stack of carrots every time we push the chute. Didn't like that though. Didn't like getting caught in that corner there. We might not even have enough to fill up this entire area. I think I might have some carrots still inside of the house and the base, but this is a lot of carrots to be putting down out here. We have 27 left. Hopefully some of this can be saved for food, but this is a lot of area to cover. This is going to give us a lot of crops and make things a lot easier on us, especially for collection wise. Not that it's not that hard to just run through, but this is one already way more space than I had. I'd say probably half of this is what I was growing carrot wise when I had it long ways. But that doesn't look too bad at all, man. And I think this should work. If we flip the button, it should be good. But this is how it's going to look when it's done. This is how it does look when it's done. Obviously, we can like make a wooden pathway eventually, so it's not just walking up to it on grass. But that's the first one. A lot of space here. We're going to do it again on this side too. So I don't even think we actually need to build a wall on this side now that I'm thinking about it either, because we're going to be using the right side to use the redstone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't put the hoppers down here like this. And put this chest down here in the middle. And then what we'll do is we'll start building the wall with our stone. We're probably gonna, oh no, we're more than fine on stone. I didn't even see the extra stashes of 64 over here, especially if we're only going one way now. Just kind of do this for these ones here. If I gotta take it down anywhere else, I will. All right, that was much easier this time around. Get my redstone ready to go here. We'll line this. Skip that one, come up this way. And then come across this way like this. Yeah, that's the only problem, is that this connects, and I'd like to see if that extends both ways. Maybe we should have done a space in between. We'll figure it out. We'll see what happens here. I don't think pushing this one will activate this entire thing, though. Unless pushing this middle one does both sides, then it'll be interesting. All right, we need 7 more buckets of water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Middle there. Middle there. Middle there. Middle there. Middle there. And middle there. I think I'm missing one. I think I skipped over one somewhere. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's no way. Okay, so again, this is pretty much good to go. I'll have to make probably another hoe. And we'll go get the last one over here. I really am tempted to pull the first one. Maybe I should just test it. I know we've already been kind of growing them, but there's no sense to grow the entire thing out and then just be like, oh, well, it doesn't work. Or I don't like that. We'll have to restart. So I think as soon as I get this watered before I plant anything, we'll see what the redstone does. I guess it wouldn't be too hard to break it, though, if we just put one back on the other side, up at the top. Like one extra row back on one side. Just to get it to split and reconnect, but let's go ahead and see what happens here. Alright, so first test, push the button. Okay, it almost does it on both sides. You can see the water stops up there. Interesting, and then this one on this side wasn't fully... Why did this stop? Okay, I think that might be part of the problem here, is that if I'm thinking about it, this might need to come out and split 2 ways so that it stops. And like, what is going on here? Why did this not go all the way on these sides? Not bad. I mean, it obviously kind of works. But we're really going to have to figure out how to get that left side to not loop over here, because I don't want to be able to have to pull both at once or have to wait for them all to be done because they grow at different paces. And we don't have nearly... Oh, duh. They're all in the box. I'm like, dude, we don't have any carrots to replant. What the hell happened here? Wait. Maybe it takes time for them to filter. I wonder if it's taking time for them to pass through. Or maybe I gotta place them down a certain way. I think I have to just place them down a certain way. There's probably no connection there underground. Yeah, you can see they're not connected. That's what the problem is here. Okay, I'm not gonna take my chances to mess around with this while it's nighttime and then get blown up from behind and have half the fucking farm be lost. So, well, let's just get back to the base, go to sleep, and then we will revisit. Okay, like I want these to split up here, but I'm not 100% sold on how this is gonna happen. The only thing I can think of is if we have them come this way. No, this is all gonna connect like this. This is I should have built it 2 in between to stop this exact problem, because now this is a little bit wonk. And it's not gonna cover the way that it should. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be too hard to just like, you know what, we're gonna do this. This is not gonna be too hard to extend it over 1 block. Although if I do that though, here's the next problem. Oh no, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Okay, here's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna start this way here. And now this side is going to become a wall. Like this. Easy, simple, and we'll put torches on this side of the wall here. Just like this. And then this side will get extended by 1 coming this way. These right there, because that's going to be all extended when we pull this up here. And then this is going to become kind of the same deal here. Yeah, you can see what the problem is here. This needs to be here. This needs to be the water source. That needs to be another dispenser in the back. This needs to be filled in. This needs to be the water source. This needs to be filled in. This needs to be the water source here. Okay, perfect. Now this all looks good. This should all be relatively similar here. Things look good on this side. No issues. And then obviously we'll have to still kind of fix the hopper situation, link them all together underneath there. A bit of extra stuff in there. Okay, perfect. So this is good. And now on this side, we will run our redstone like we did, but now they won't touch. The only thing is if it's 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ah, I see. I also need a repeater up in 1, 2, 3, 4, this spot too, on both these sides. So that'll have to be another repeater on that side as well. I have more than enough. Never mind, we're good. I was starting to tweak out. I was like, man, I only have 6 redstone. There was so much down in the cave at the very bottom. I have to go all the way back down there for it. But we're good. We're good. It's starting to look pretty nice from a distance. It's not the prettiest farm in the world. I like to be a little more decorative with stuff like this, but if it gets the job done, it gets the job done. We need 2 more repeaters for now. A good one there, and one good one up here. Same thing on this side. Another one right there. And now 2, 3. I'm worried that it's fertilizing underneath here too, and that's partially an issue. So let's go ahead and grab potatoes for this one. All right, we're gonna have to dig up these areas here and fix this. There we go. And then this should be, there we go. And then connect it this way. And the same thing on this side here. This should be connected that way. And now this should work, hopefully. We're going to have to repeat this on the other side too, but that's okay. Get everything done and working. See how these ones are just going straight into the ground? That's why they're not funneling. That should be good there. And the potato farm should actually be pretty much good to go. I am going to slap some torches on the left side over here to light up. If I have any, I do have some. Honestly, like every one of these at these stages, dude, like they could be honestly anywhere. I'm not going to have it like perfectly even for now, but just to get some extra light in here. Okay, so there's 2 farms down. Honestly, do I like it so far? Kind of. It's not the most, like I said, not the most visually pleasing. I'm more of a creative, artsy, make everything feel natural kind of Minecraft builder. I don't like it being so rectangular or blocky, but I can live with it for now. And then of course I can build stuff like over it to make it look a little bit better, and then fill up the sides with some cherry blossoms and whatnot, and it'll look a lot better over time. But just for getting the simple beginnings and inner workings of it down first, that's what we really want to make sure we're doing here. Okay, perfect. Oh, that ain't it. Too bad. And the third one shouldn't take us nearly as much time since we know 100% what we're doing now. We're not going to mess up again. Have to redo half of it, but there we go. Things are looking pretty decent for our first 2. One more to go, and this actually should be right at the edge over here where I blocked off, which is nice. Love when everything kind of just works out like that. And once it's done, it's done. You know, like we don't have to come back and tinker around with these or play with this anymore and try and make it as good as we possibly can. Like this is gonna be how it's gonna be for a while in this world. And eventually I'm sure we'll go and make like a better, more upgraded store, all this stuff, you know, like make it just look and be 10 times better. But as I was saying, like, of course, if we get into like a mountain base, then we're obviously going to redo like farming, all storage, all that stuff. So it's just getting a nice clean platform to build upon right now. It sounds like there's a zombie like trapped in here somewhere, like directly underneath there. Build up to. So this is like kind of right on the, this is like honestly perfect, man. This is like exactly how I envisioned it. And I didn't wall off the thing that I'm most impressed about is that I didn't wall off this area either, like counting the blocks for this. My original plan wasn't doing automatic farms out like this. So the fact that this is just kind of like the perfect amount of space over here before it starts rubbing up against the natural line divider that I had over here to build something else by these trees or just keep these trees up is really nice, really cool that it worked out that way. More dirt too. I'm glad I got all that stuff done prior to all this because we are kind of running low on some of the things I wouldn't think we'd be running low on. We had more stone than I thought I had though, which is honestly pretty nice because part of me was like, dude, we are cooked on stone. Like we're gonna have to go and smelt more. That was like my #1 concern for the episodes. The fact that we don't really have too much stone eaten up is something I really like. I put in good work there. And all the coal that we found in that tunnel off cam was really nice too to kind of make this happen. Like this probably would have taken me like 2, maybe 3 IRL days to get done building wise if I didn't find that mine shaft. Like that mine shaft saved my ass for all of the string needed to build the bows for all of this. And even though the redstone we had, we would have been fine, but the iron too was another big problem that I ran into when building all this stuff, or when at least collecting the resources necessary to do this before we got the video rolling here. So again, blessed seed is really, really, really nice, because I can envision a world where I have to run to 1,000 different of these hills just to find one cave, not get shit in those caves. It'd take forever to get done what I want to have done, and you know, having semi-auto farms is going to speed up the process and make this world look a lot cooler in a much shorter amount of time for not only me, but you guys, the viewers too, being like, damn, this is like the 3rd episode. We've already got automatic farms going on here. And then in the middle here, one more chest like this. Have the hopper coming out of the back like that. Place them this way. There we go. There we go. Put more dirt back down right here for now. I do need, what? One more set of fence here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now we just till up this land, and we can plant the wheat seeds down. Should be good after that, and we'll be pretty much done, ready to go. Move on to the stable. This is going to probably be the longest episode that we've done so far, which is fine. I don't mind doing a little bit of a longer run through for this, especially when we're setting up something like this. Like, I'd rather have an hour episode, probably, if I had to guess, or around an hour. I'd rather have that going on when we're doing fun things like building a semi-auto farm versus an hour of me running around looking through like one small little cave. You know, it's all like a little more entertaining for stuff like this when we're building and really getting ourselves set up for the world. I really wish I was recording earlier though when I found that mine shaft, because there was so much good stuff down there, and like, you know, the berries are nice. Would have been cool, but I genuinely feel like every single one of these mountains on the inside has its own just deep cave system, which is perfect for future videos and future things that we're going to want to do. Last crop is the wheat seeds we can get, and then we'll be completely planted out. Maybe we should put the barn to, well, the barn will be, I think the barn should be different than the stable. The stable will just be for Rufus, but the barn will actually be like different types of animals. So we'll put the barn over here too somewhere, and maybe I'll even leave this area open conceptually for now in case I want to increase these more to the right. That way I don't limit myself, or I don't do like 3 of these over here and then at some point be like, oh, I want to do, oh, well, berries wouldn't work in this type of growth, neither would the pumpkins or the stuff like that. But any of the other crops that we still have left to farm that would work in this style of farm, maybe we should expand right with. So I'll leave those areas open for a little bit and we can think about it, and we'll do some other projects first and then come back to it. But the barn should definitely be over in this area too. And we almost went through, did we go through all those seeds? There's still some more in the house I can grab, but damn, we went through a lot of seeds. Basically 2.5 stacks worth of plants every time you push the button. More than worth it in my opinion. Think we're good. Think that's everything there. Oh, also I gotta do the redstone on the other side too. More repeaters, yay. And I gotta get 2 more buttons, so we'll do this all the way up here, and that stops right there. That stops right there. Go ahead and work this way. I could probably also put a torch on the back side too to light this area up on the outer side of these. 2 buttons. One goes right here. Another one goes right here. Go back and craft the repeaters in the house, and then we are done with the automatic farms, which 60-minute grind, not bad. Definitely a little bit longer than I thought it would take, just time-wise. But again, once we really got cooking, the first one was obviously the hardest one. Once we got past the first one, it was kind of just easy, smooth sailing from there. But this should be the finishing touches for now. Again, I would like to reconfigure the lighting situation over here and try and figure something out for that, because this is just not going to keep things lit, I don't think, very well at night. For now, not too bad. I guess it would be interesting to even do like glass over these. Like, we built one more layer on the outside and like a glass dome over it. That could be kind of interesting. Obviously it couldn't be directly over. It'd have to be like a bigger bubble so I can walk through it and replant things. But let's take a look at the carrots. Some of them are grown, some of them are not. I don't want to use this until they're fully grown, so we'll have to wait for the final experiment to see if all of this was worth it and if it works properly. Okay, the perfect amount went right back in there. All right, now we're actually set. We are 100% finally done with our little mini project here. Looks good. Ready to pull the trigger on some of these and see what we can get. The carrots are looking mighty grown, and with the bees here, maybe we should plant a few more trees. Hopefully the pollination helps a little bit more. Okay, we'll go back to the house, continue dumping all of our inventory. We'll grab some wood, and the stable probably won't be anything crazy. Just a little tiny hut for Buddy so that he doesn't have to stay in the house. So maybe we can get a little more storage here with the extra chest space potentially. All right, I'm gonna cut back here in a second when I get back from the bathroom, but for now, quick little break. All right, back from the extended bathroom break. I also went outside because it's cold as shit, and I like doing some free DIY cryotherapy when it's negative 20 degrees outside. So I'm back, I'm awake, I'm feeling locked in, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to finish up the episode here with our horse stable. I did cut out a little bit of a space just to make sure that I could, fill all the spot in. You guys don't want to see me fill in these areas with grass every 2 seconds. So this is how big it's going to be. It's going to be a double stable so we can get our boy Rufus over here a friend or mate at some point. But yeah, the actual build that I'm going off of is kind of like more of an oak birch vibe. I'm gonna do cherry blossom and oak just to kind of fit the same theme that we have going on over here. But first, I think that this actually should be, one of these should be done growing. I think that it might just be the carrots are the only ones that should be good to go, or mostly good to go. So I might give it a pull. There are still quite a few of them that actually aren't fully grown yet, so it is growing a little spotty. I would like to maybe give it a little more time, but also I think we're gonna have to build some sort of like fence over these, and then at some point either some glowstone or some sea lanterns over the top of this place just to keep the lighting going on at night, because I did go away for probably 10 minutes. That's probably why it grew a little unevenly, because at night you have the torches. Overall, things are looking good. Maybe next time we come back over here, I'll be ready to give it a go and try it out. But yeah, once we get this stable knocked out, we'll probably call it an episode. This is definitely, in terms of productivity, the farms are a necessity. We need to eat. Carrots are so good for keeping you fed. Before it gets too dark, let's go ahead and do this. This is usually, I think, actually supposed to be in the video like gravel, but I don't have gravel and I don't feel like going to find any, and I think the cherry blossom might actually look pretty nice considering it's not your average biome either. I kind of want to keep the buildings, at least at the top of this area, mostly built with cherry blossom. Obviously some can be different, they don't have to all be wooden buildings, but I do like the vibe that this gives, the uniqueness, the lore of the map. This is kind of like basically the Garden of Eden up here, and then all the other areas we can kind of branch out and diversify, and even into the cave home at some point down below. All right, and then so for this build here, on every single one of these corners, we're going to put a barrel down like this. We made one too many barrels too, but that's okay. We'll find another use for them at some point. Cool, that's good there. And then on the back side, it actually has us doing, I think, 2 of these this way, but we're going to make these stripped down. See how this looks. Different, but I like it. Definitely not what the build called for, but I think this is going to look pretty cool. And then on the front side here, same deal, but it's got to be 4 high. So we're going to probably also have to cut down this tree. Maybe? I'm thinking for sure probably going to have to cut down this tree. No, it's actually, I think well, that's going to be close. We'll see. If we got to cut down, we got to cut down. If not, we'll kind of build around it and it'll look nice, and we'll keep that tree there forever. And 4 there and 4 here. Strip these down. Yeah, definitely a different kind of look here with the pink cherry blossom stuff, but I don't mind it. I don't think it looks bad. It's giving the area some character here. Now we're going to need some stone slabs. Thankfully, we have a ton of those. Actually, stone brick slabs. Yeah, we've got a lot of stone brick left, so I'm not going to go too crazy here. Let's start with like half of this stack. That would be going crazy using all of those. Let's start with 60 and go from there. And on the back side here, we're going to start like this. Put that there. This is going to be hard on the side of this mountain to keep up like this. And this one goes up like that. Up here. And it should be 4 out forward. This is where we might have to cut down these trees here. We'll see. This is actually a pretty high build. I hope I did this right, because I don't... That looks pretty high for the front of this. Oh, no, I guess that kind of lines up right. Maybe we'll swing down here in just a second. I'm glad I didn't go overboard, overkill on those, because that would have been, let's see, should be 2, 3, 4. Would have been kind of a waste of resources there, honestly. Needs to be 1 up above here. So like this. Go here and back around like this. Tear this down a tiny bit like that. And get back up there and start moving. So it should be up here, up here, up here, up here. And of course, right before I go to finish it off, I fall down. And right across there like this. All right. Now we've actually got the roof done, and we can get up on top and go ahead and fill everything in with different cherry blossom planks. Yep, and that should be 1, 2, 3. All right, this just all the way across with these 4 right here. I like this. It's definitely a different little vibe than the oak wood. The oak wood looks a little bit more flush, I think, personally, with the stone of choice, but I don't think this looks bad. I think this is going to look really cool once it's all said and done, especially with the cherry trees right here, or the cherry blossoms right here. This is our last set of the cherry wood slabs. And then we'll close it off in the back with the stone slabs. And we're getting kind of close to running out, but we might actually be just perfect there. Okay. See how this looks from down here. Pretty cool, honestly. Pretty big. A lot going on, obviously, in here, but for now, things don't look too bad. This is going to look a lot better with lighting, obviously, than during the day, and once you're inside, it would look really cool looking out over the mountains, but not bad coming together. On the wood here, we'll put these down like this. We'll place these here. Same thing along the back. We'll put our cherry blossom leaves down. I might even dig this part off so that you can just look directly out there. Gonna need some more cherry fence, but for the time being, not too bad there. Looks pretty good. We're also gonna need a few more here, so we'll put 1 fence there, 1 fence there. Okay, and then we're gonna need some of the opposite too. So this is getting interesting here. Probably gonna need more than 5 of those. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Should be enough for the cherry wood fence there. And now we need more, I think all across the top too are those. Also need to separate this down the middle like this, and then throw some more of these on here. So more fences, a ton of fences for this build, honestly. All right, and then these are not placed correctly. They actually need to be 1 more out in the front there. It's also weird how this doesn't connect in the back either. I wonder if there's any like planks or something you could throw up there, because it doesn't look bad, but it also doesn't look too symmetrical. I'd like to get that kind of cleaned up too. This also calls for some lanterns. I just don't think we have the resources to do lanterns on this just yet. Can eventually add them in, but yeah, that needs to be. Part of me feels like it's also 1 too high. Like I almost feel like this should be a little bit lower, but then again, maybe not. Maybe the objective is for it to be higher. I don't know. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look amazing. We can still dress up the inside here with some flowers. Also, we can get some trapdoors in the corner over here. Place them as like a water source. We can also go grab what we stole from the villages in the first episode, which is some hay bales. I know there's more hay than that. I know I took a lot. There we go. 47 hay bales. Here we go. Put this up here like this. And then if we do some trapdoors, which I'll have to use some of my oak wood planks again. Should be good here. What we can do is throw these like this and then fold them up like that. And put some water down in there like that, not inside the leaf. Okay, cool. So we're giving a little more personality here. It's still, I almost feel like this should be hanging down one more, and this should only be 3 high, not 4. But this is the right, now that I'm thinking about it, is the right build, because I watched the dude do 4 at the top. This doesn't look too bad. I feel like, again, it just needs like one more extra little thing here. Maybe it is the touch of the different like lanterns around here. We only have torches right now, obviously, so go ahead and just light these up. We'll put some torches back here too, just to kind of get everything a little more well lit for now. The lanterns can come at another time. For the time being, let's do this. Also, let's go ahead and throw some hay in this side too. It's all pink, which is fine. You know, I don't mind the color pink here, but I do like the contrast of like the oak wood and the birch wood and stuff. We just didn't have the resources for it. And again, I did kind of want to keep it similar to the cherry blossom vibe. So we can leave this like this now. It's very bright, which I like. It's very open, very spacious. A lot of room for Rufus to roam. So we'll finally get him out of the house and put him in there. And then as we get more things, we can obviously, you know, maybe keep like a, actually, I think I have one already. I guess that's what the barrels are for, but we could put a chest in there too with some like different carrots and stuff for Rufus and whatnot, make it a little bit more homey for him. But all right, let's go. You're coming with me. We're gonna go put you in your brand new penthouse at the top of this cherry blossom place. He's like shaking his head. He's like, hell yeah, dude, this thing looks good. Appreciate you. Yeah, and you're gonna come right on in here. And we'll keep you tied up there just in case you want to hop over this. I feel like you could very easily, yeah, do exactly that, which is hop up on the hop up on the hay and then hop on over. I guess maybe not, but for now, there we go. Look at him. First night in the new crib, dude. It looks good in here. Although, can I do this? I don't necessarily like the way that looks, but I'm gonna do it just for filling those gaps in. They look a little bit weird back there, untouched. And we'll also light up the area in between a little bit more, just so I don't get as many mobs spawning, because the last few nights I've woken up, there's been like 3 zombies standing over here. Just making things a little more bright. There we go. Look at this. I mean, all with the cherry blossoms now. We get the house. The stable is a little bit bigger. Yeah, nothing crazy for the stable. You know, this first stable, first area. We don't need to make it this grand giant barn yet, but outside, he's got a little place to look over. I think I will cut down this area right here a little bit though, just so this is kind of like directly on the edge. We need to find you a buddy. We can make another saddle pretty easily with what we have now. We're all set up for that, so maybe we can get you another friend before the episode's over. We're also going to go try probably the carrot farm and just see how that works. Now that that's good, I can also put glass back over this and finally fill that back in. Perfect. A lot of wood here. We'll come back and clean all this stuff up at a later time, but for now, just slap it all in here. Can use this, can use this. I'll keep this on me for later. That looks good there. All right, we're going to sleep. We're going to go test the automatic farm, see if that works. We're going to come back and probably call it there. I'm liking this though. You know, nothing crazy. Nothing too fancy, but something else to put over here that kind of spices things up, gives Buddy a home, and adds to the lore and the depth of the map. This is not where I want to go. That's why. That's definitely why. Blowing up left and right. Where are they coming from? Oh my god, I'm gonna die too. I'm so low health. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Where do those guys come from? Shit. Creeper, 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 creeper. Lead him down the hill, down the hill, down the hill. I need to regen health. I need to get not worked by a skeleton. I need this guy to not blow up my farm that I've worked really hard on. Dude, that happened fast. I could have died pretty quickly because I was really not paying attention there. All right. Thankfully, the farms were unharmed. Looks like this is as much as the carrots are going to grow. This might actually be full growth from every carrot except for that one over there. That one looks a little dead. Same with the one in the corner. Should be good there. Most of the potatoes are good too. So, all right, here we go. Please work. Let's go. Okay, so only the left side comes down. Is the water going to reach all 10? It does. Let's go. Perfect. Huge. Look at this. It's all going to get sorted. Burn that off. Beautiful. We're going to replant this too before it completely gets dried up. Our carrots are counting. We'll do this side too. The potatoes look like they're for the most part done. Oh no. What happened here? Oh, no plant. I see what happened. So the water... I can't believe I didn't put the petals in there. Hold on. So the water didn't get that one. Hopefully I have enough time to run back there and not lose half the potatoes I just grew. That should take a little bit longer for those to despawn, but... Alright, I'm also going to just come through and gather all this shit just to gather. Okay, so that should be the reason why we didn't get what we wanted there. Alright, now let's see. There we go. I don't like that they're kind of being pushed over the edge here. I guess it's not the end of the world. I can clean it up, but you can see the carrots are kind of being launched over the edge a little bit and not completely going down the way you'd like them to. This is filtering really nice, though. Oh my god, look at all this food. The carrots are still going. Oh, these farms are elite. Elite. All right, so I think it should be like 2 stacks, too. Like 2.5 stacks of carrots to completely fill all this back up. I'm so hyped, though, dude. This is going to get us so much food so quickly. Not even have to worry about it. Well, we're doing other projects like building Rufus a stable. The land now works for us. And it sorts everything, which is cool, too. That's obviously what you want to see there. I guess we could get a villager at some point to replant, maybe, kind of rework these. But again, this is, again, really want to stress on the fact that these are just, even though they're pretty advanced and we spend a lot of time on these and resources, it's still like this is the very base level auto farm or semi-auto farm. I want to eventually get this to be like, you know, full functioning once we have like a full entire mountain base established where like an entire level of the mountain or the inside of the mountain is going to be dedicated to farming and stuff. But this is just kind of our first humble beginnings playthrough here. But yeah, guys, not a bad start to this Minecraft world. 3 episodes in. I told you guys episode 3 was going to be very special, and it was. We got ourselves insane levels of food going on over there, and eventually we'll tidy up that area as well, make like a nice walkway between these, maybe a bridge here. Just getting started. I really do see this being like a forever world type of series here, where we just continue on forever and ever and build really cool structures around here. I want to explore all of this area, multiple areas obviously past what we have here, but there's just so much going on at the base area that we can really advance our setup a lot faster than if we were to just go exploring and try and find some cool stuff. We've already got more than enough cool stuff to set up shop, but then also make that exploring and make the creating later on much easier down the line. Like we still have all this stuff too. This is where we can store it up. We got melon seeds over here, beetroot seeds too, so that could be another one of the auto farms we eventually add to. It's very resource consuming to make those, especially when like there is a spider spawner down there that we found inside of the mine shaft area, which will help us get string a lot faster. But part of the reason why that, you know, I was able to get these up and running so quickly with the string and the bows that were required for the dispensers was the fact that that whole area was already just covered in webs, and I was able to get enough to craft a shit ton of bows and whatnot. So again, resources are probably going to slow down here again a little bit. Not food-wise, obviously, but like we have no iron left. We've got no, got some coal, but we've got mostly we're going to have to go find a shit ton more iron in order to get kind of moving here again and creating some other cool things and some other like auto farms or structures. So that'll take a while. But yeah, overall, first 3 episodes are more than productive. This whole area is going to feed us both metaphorically and literally for a long time to come, and I'm glad that we got that sorted away and everything worked out, and the vision is being built over time. And again, we'll clean things and tidy things up as the series goes on, but for first 3 episodes, I'm happy with where we're at. Again, a little bit of a longer one today. For those of you guys that are enjoying the series, though, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and we'll continue on building one way or another. We got Rufus over here locked up in his own little spot. Happy that he's good to go. I don't think you should actually jump over that, so maybe I get rid of the lead. Can I? Let's see if he'll stay. Put the lead in here for now. Are you good? You're not gonna hop over that ledge? I'm not gonna find you on the side of the cliff? Maybe some ability to roam around here? Yeah, no way you can jump out of here. You're kind of stuck, huh? Like it. We'll get you a friend. Let's actually, yeah, we'll end the episode because this is gonna be probably a minute before I do another one of these because of the new season dropping for COD soon. But let's go ahead and make another saddle. And we'll go get Rufus a friend so that he's not lonely there. There we go. Craft that saddle. I was gonna say, like, it's already getting dark out. How the hell? All right, this is how I've been getting down here too. It is already getting dark out. Oh my god, another day in the fucking crap down again. But this is how I've been getting down here pretty quickly. So I've just been jumping down this little waterfall that I made. And I want to find a cooler horse. Like, you guys look nice and all, but there were some other ones over here from where I originally stole Rufus, where maybe we could get him a friend, you know? I like you. I don't have a name for you yet. Why don't we do Bojack? This does kind of look like a Bojack Horseman horse. What if I give you some carrots? Will that change your opinion? I can keep feeding you the carrots, man. Any day now. I just fed him half my carrots. All right, I guess we're going with this horse. This guy just doesn't want to be. Oh, there we go. Now we're cool. All right, Bojack, let's go. You are now officially mine. That does look like we're gonna have to clean up the side of that, but that doesn't look too bad. That actually looks pretty cool. It's tough to see from over here. I'd have to go like across there to really see what it looks like from behind or a little bit farther away. This might be a bit of a struggle to get this horse back up there in the middle of the night. Now that I'm thinking about it, but we got Bojack and Rufus as our pet horses to start this world, and I'm loving it so far. It's a fun time. It's relaxing. It's chill. It's pretty fun. Can we go this way? Guess a little easier than running all the way around the map, but still gonna have to make like a horse trail or something. A road or a big staircase down. Yeah, this area is just so dope too. And I gotta be careful because I know there'll be creepers and other mobs around here. Sneak up on me and blow up on my hard work. But let's go. Second horse. All right, Rufus. Hey, Bojack. Bojack, Rufus. You guys are already familiar with each other. I've stolen you from the same area. No way. You got some balls, dude. How about we stay inside of the, we just stay inside there, man. We don't need to be, oh, fuck. I thought that was a creeper. I was like, man, we're done for. Cooked. I'm gonna try and maybe hurry up and get to bed so that I can just let him burn to death in the morning. Perfect. All right, well, I think we're good. I think this is where we leave off for the episode. Rufus. Guess you don't want to eat. You're good to go. What about you? Ready to eat? Why are we up here? I don't like that you know how to get up there and you know how to do that, man. I want you to just be a good horse and chill. You're gonna be the problem horse, aren't you? All right, well, guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I will see you guys again in the next one for episode 4. Peace.